Guys, it's Raptor, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I have yet another one of my own replays, again in my IS-3, but this time I'm platooned with someone some of you may recognize if you've watched any of my older videos. It's Gauntlet. This time he's in his T-44-100 Tier 8 medium tank. I'm in my IS-3 Tier 8 heavy tank. We're on the Serene Coast map, and of course, as you can see, we are top tier. Now, here in the beginning, I do something that may surprise some of you. I take my IS-3, along with Gauntlet, in his T-44-100, down to the 1-2 line. Now, you're probably asking, why the heck are you taking an IS-3 that is not necessarily known for its gun depression to a hill? And what you're going to see is I'm going to use a small little dip that's over by the side of this hill to get my IS-3 hull down, which makes it incredibly hard for anyone to penetrate my turret. So, here in the beginning, our team spots a T-37 and ELC pops up in front of us, and Gauntlet and the AMX CDC trade some health. Now, I'm not quite in the spot yet, but you may see that little dip right there in front of me. That's where I'm headed, right here. Now, when tanks poke the ridge, I can get shots on them, and it makes it incredibly hard for them to hit me. Now, I put a nice shot of 405 damage into the AMX CDC as he pokes over, and he's not going to make that mistake twice. And the T-44-100 on the enemy team is testing his luck. I look for a shot, but I see the Cromwell giving me a better one, so I put a shell into him instead. Now I pull back again, using this dip to hide my hull. And looking for a shot at the T-44-100, I aim for his lower plate. It looks like I hit his upper plate instead, though, and it bounced right off. Now the Tiger P is here, and T-44-100 is going to give me another shot. Okay, that time I do actually do some damage to him, so that's nice. Now this time I'm looking at a shot at the Tiger P. I check the T-44-100, looking for a shot at the Tiger P, but I don't quite have the gun depression at the point where I'm poking the ridge, so I'm going to move a little bit and position myself a little bit better, give myself some gun depression. And the T-44 comes over, I notice, and I'm ready to put a shell into him if he gives me the chance, but he doesn't. He pulls back. Now here, I put a shell into the Tiger P, and then pull back again, and the Tiger P bounced off me. Not too surprising, as I wasn't giving him too much to shoot at. There's the Cromwell again, look for a shot at him, don't have one, so I instead put another one into the Tiger P. And the T-44 has started spraying the APCR. It doesn't seem to help him, however, seeing as he bounces that as well. I snapped a shot at the Cromwell, but I do miss it. I see the FV-304 get spotted in the background. I look for a shot, but he's hidden from me. I poke over, look for a shot at the T-44-100, but instead put a shell right through the front of the Tiger P. Our T-37 overextends himself, gets himself killed. Gauntlet takes out the Tiger P, and I push forward to do some more damage and get this flank rolling. Now, I don't fix my tracks here. Didn't figure it would be worth the repair kit. I do have repairs mostly trained up on this crew. Now, unfortunately, Gauntlet does get taken out by the T-44-100, and I do miss my first shot. Either that or I hit the Tiger P. And the Panther M10 finishes off the T-44-100. Now, I do have a vertical stabilizer on my IS-3. That way it makes it a little bit easier on the snapshots, but as you saw, I missed the one against the Cromwell and the one against the T-44-100, so it doesn't always work. but it is at least a little bit better than it could have been. And at this point, I've done 2,666 damage, make that 3,300 or 3,034, excuse me, as I put a shell into the back of the Tiger 1, who bounces off of me harmlessly. And up to this point, I've blocked 2,150 damage. Now I see the Oni is giving me a nice side shot, so I aim right below the turret and put a good shell into him. Now I'm not worried about the cap right now because I see, or well, at least I wasn't worried about the cap until a minute ago, because I saw that there were several of my teammates over there that could deal with it. Now I put another shell into this Tiger 1. He is not paying any attention to me at all. Look for a shot at the Oni, but the T-25-2 finishes him off for me. The T-37 kills our T-35-2, and I finish off their Tiger 1. Now here, I see the T-32 going after our Panther M10, and he disappears, and I reload, and I figure he'd be right about there, and I got really lucky, and the blind shot hit. But you don't hit 100% of the shells that you never take. Shots you never take, excuse me. So, might as well, right? And I got lucky. Alright, so now I'm loading the APCR because I don't want to take any chances of bouncing any of these shells on the Super Pershings, seeing as there are two of them and they are platooned and there's only one of me. So I go around here from the southern end of the cap circle, right through this little valley here, and I cautiously approach. I see the first Super Pershing has his turret turned away from me, put a shell right into the side of his turret with no problem. Now I thought about pushing forward, but I knew that would be a bad idea, so I back up and use this little area right here as a hold down position. Now right there, I shouldn't have taken that shot. That was really stupid of me. I should have tried to aim for the lower plate, but instead I took that shot trying to hit his turret ring, I think, there. Now both of them just fired high explosive at me. That's a good sign, but the bad thing is this T-37 is right behind me, and he's putting shells into my back. Now the Super Pershing is starting to fire APCR. Now that's the guy I should have focused down in the beginning, because he's the more dangerous of the two. He has the APCR. Now I decide to finish off this T-37. He's getting kind of annoying. Now here I thought about pushing up, but instead Gauntlet advises me to pull back. So I do. Now I noticed that the Super Pershing on the right was poking out, and I put a shot into him. Really unfortunate that that one didn't go through. That would have helped me quite a bit here in a minute. Unfortunately, it was quite an odd angle, so it did bounce off. Although that one is not going to bounce so easily. Now here, I'm looking for a shot. Gauntlet tells me that the other one is giving me side shots, so I put a shot into that one's drive wheel, keeping him immobilized. Unfortunately, I've been immobilized as well, and I can't do anything about this. So the Super Pershing, they do finish me off, unfortunately. But at this point, I have done 6,067 damage that I know of, and blocked 4,895. And right here, I was really, really hoping that this Panther M10 didn't do anything stupid, because I really wanted to win this game and ace this tank. I know that the Super Pershings probably won't be able to get over to our cap circle in time, or their cap circle, I should say. So I'm really hoping that this Panther doesn't try and do anything stupid. It looks like he's not. Just gonna let it finish capping. And there you go. Base captured by allies. Now, let's take a quick look at the post-game stats to see how well I did. And as you can see, that is Ace Tanker with Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Cool-Headed, High Caliber, with 56,000 credits and 3,500 experience earned. Definitely top of the teams with 6,164 damage done and 1,400 base experience earned, doing 3.5 times the amount that the next best person on my team did and double the amount the next best person in the entire game did. So very well done. Shots fired 23, I hit 21 of those and 18 of those penetrated. And I bounced 4,895 damage with my armor. Now, as you can see here, I did lose a little bit of money because of all that premium ammo that I fired. That stuff is not exactly cheap. It costs something like 5,000 credits a round. So, I would still say it's worth it though, because I finally got my Ace Tanker in my IS-3. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Lets me know what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.